We'll move on then. This will be week 2, day 1, game 1 between WBG and Free. Let's see whether or not WBG here can bounce back, or will they get eliminated by an amateur team here once again. This will be Alex coming out with Hula Blue alongside with Trumcard Excellence. Right, Alex, we're going to be Ever Sleeping Town for this one. Team Comp wise, I didn't get a chance earlier on, so it's going to be Gravekeeper, Acrobat, Anti-Queering alongside Wish, the female dancer. From our side right now, it seems like Alex is going to go straight towards the Acrobat first chase. So it's a Acrobat v Acrobat. That's going to be white ball landed. Good. But sadly, no red ball on that side note, which is a little bit unfortunate. We decide not to actually wanting to vault in towards that window. However, probably wanting that double surprise to use for later on wouldn't be necessarily a bad choice here too, as we do see Tramside coming in for the support as well, just to get quite an easy mark on towards the survivors. And right around now, ooh, couldn't get that mud ball on towards our Acrobat though, as our second double surprise now will be consumed. 4 seconds until the next double surprise. Overall, not too bad from the survivor side when it comes to early game containment too. Already 60 seconds on the clock. However, that's going to be a skill lock there immediately on the side of our Hula Blue. Acrobat's overall not doing a good job. Well, it is also a really strong containment area too. However, did not get a mark out hit there. That's fine. One more double surprise, did not get the red. Ooh, that's really unfortunate. But for Acrobat there, that's going to be a red ball and a mud ball there applied simultaneously. And during this time, just missing our snowball here left. We do have one palisman here left to use. Acrobat no ball left to use. That will be a Terror Shock down. Okay, overall not too bad. We are around 1 chip damage away from max presence. Female Dancer's life machine is just about to be done here, and we will not go in towards basement. Basement isn't a bad plan, but if we do decide to go into basement, it might be just a tiny bit too late here, especially with this fact that, oh, there we go, that's a nice trapeze over, finding where the Gravekeeper is. We're walking for some odd reason, but that's no problem at all. That's going to be a double hit there immediately on towards the hands of our Gravekeeper, and now seems like Auntie will be the one that's actually forced to come in to rescue, but that's also okay too, because Alex can just come in by himself. Even if Gravekeeper wants to come in, it's going to be way too hard. We're going to save the trapeze here just to vault in slowly. We do a double surprise as well. That's going to be no mark on towards Anti-Queering there just yet. However, it's an after half rescue there on the side of Acrobat. So if Alex wants, he can go out immediately to force the rescue, even if it's a no damage rescue, is what I would like to say. But it seems like Auntie's going to be on her way in. We do have quite a bit of double surprise here to use, but Alex has been missing a lot of double surprises. I feel like he's been way too focused on oh, nice! But what was I saying? I was saying I feel like Alex has been way too focused on trying to land one. However, right around now, that's going to be a red mark there on straight towards our Acro. Just missing quite a bit more there. That's going to be mud ball, and then snowball immediately goes down. What I would like to do here is, what I would usually like to do is, I would like to chair the Anti-Queering first, just so she begins the elimination progress first, and we force someone to come into rescue immediately right afterwards. However, for now, Alex, this is going to go straight towards a formal elimination type of performance, as barely 4 life machines are about to be done here. 1 Gravekeeper at half health, 1 female dancer here with slow music box. Overall, Gravekeeper has to run around trying to decode the remaining 2 cipher machines that are on 70% on average from the 2. And for a Hula Blue, that should be the first survivor there found. Now our female dancer wanting to come in to rescue, but this might be a little bit harder, especially with the fact that it's currently a basement rescue. We didn't really get the ballet there from our slow music box, but now we'll be able to take the normal hit there. We do have quite a lot of items left there to use, and that's going to be meted down there on towards that dancer. Very brilliantly done by Alex. Very brilliantly done by Alex. Being able to sniff out where that Gravekeeper was underground as well just shows how good of a nose that Alex has, especially from his original character of displaying him becoming a wolf, especially when he joined Wolves as well, and when he initially, well, not when he initially started, but during his COA 5 era. For now though, Gravekeeper will be not forced out here just yet, but if we want to, we can definitely wait until, oh well, I guess Alex just doesn't want to wait anymore. That's also understandable. We could just finish here immediately instead of waiting on. I guess it's just more or less looking for deduction points here. Female Dancer did manage to get up here on time as well. Meanwhile, our Gravekeeper is still trying to play mind games here for a tiny bit of time. No hit there just yet. I feel like for Alex, we have to really work on the placement of double surprise. But that's going to be a dash out, and ooh, just about to be able to make it here. We won't stop the game here just yet, because there seems like there is a chance that survivors might be able to look for a one-man escape. But it really just depends on how Alex plays here too. Seems like we are trying to go back towards Female Dancer to get her back on towards a chair. Slow music box and half-fast music box has been deployed within the nearby areas too. We're going to break one first, as now Gravekeeper would be left alone, safe somewhere else. But Female Dancer, on the other hand, doesn't seem like she'll be able to survive for any longer, as now we are Mudball finally landed, and then just one more fireball remaining on our hands to use, and that will be a normal hit down. Okay then, so that's Female Dancer. No self heal left, no exit path left. Let's just say a congratulations to Alex here for a 4-man elimination, as I don't think we'll need to watch this further on, shall we? Okay, Joe, you wants to do what he basically did last week with that 4-man elimination up against the other amateur team, Tui. But even with that in mind, I say this won't be a little bit hard. Insolence trump card here on the side of our breaking wheel from the survival. Well then, how are we going to play this one? Seems like from all the survivors side, we've triple flywheel here. Aside from that first officer, Persica already deploying down a fast music box nearby as well. Seems like Persica wanted the first chase, but Joey decides not to chase after her anymore. I mean, that's the smartest choice, because who else would you want to chase aside from Persica? Everyone else here is very chaseable. But oh, that's a very, very, very nice trap spike there, land on towards Huang. Our Embalmer here, it doesn't really matter too much. Embalmer always guaranteed the ties here no matter what, and WBG picked out Embalmer first just for that one sole purpose as well. We do have Tram nearby here, but with that Tram being nearby Sally, we couldn't really get past it and utilize the Tram just to body block for us. However, right around now, we're going to change targets towards Guokul right now, who is the anti-Korean. Anti should have an easier time containing up against Palu on like in an area like this. I'd say, oh, that's a nice flywheel, especially with flywheel ready too, but seems like we're not able to get anything from those extended spikes. That's gonna be spike number 1 there, landed on towards Guokul. But even for Guokul here, Guokul has a really easy time of containing Palu here, no matter what. I realistically, no matter what happens there, I contain Palu better. No, it just feels like in that one area, right, Andy Curran could have went towards the other pallet and then used that other pallet as a body block scenario, in which like that pallet has certain frames in which you can hide behind it and allows, not allows, but like forces Palu to turn harshly, which you really can't. But right around now, Hui's gonna become the Guokul's gonna become the next chase here. We are currently at max presence. We don't have flywheel here remaining anymore, however, so we're gonna have to see how this, never mind. I don't even think, okay, that's gonna be, well, we tried to cancel Thanos snap, but a bit hard on that side, no. But at least the good news is that First Officer is still nearby, so we are currently all still at full health. First Officer can rescue again as long as he can perform a no damage rescue. However, it's still having a spike on his hands. Might be a little bit too hard. 31.2% here, 4-man elimination on our hands for our Palu. First Officer has to rescue here immediately. I would say, yeah, the moment he changes to human form, you have to rescue immediately. We can, I was about to say we can snap there, but hitting Hui, this might be a little bit harder here to play around, but at least there's 20 seconds left until our Pessimistic is ready. So the AoE spikes isn't going to be ready here just yet, but Goku, I usually wouldn't recommend people playing only around one window, but I guess that window is a little bit of a difference maker. Oh, well, never mind, forget about all what I said. That is going to be disarm number 1, disarm number 2. We're being very careful here with the Thanos snap. Ah, that flywheel. Ah, that flywheel. That's a little bit... Oh, no, that flywheel did cancel it. Goku, nicely done. Ah, but we didn't get the disarm there. Okay. I did not see him snap there. I did not see him snap there during the spin. But that was very nicely done there by Goku. And not only that, First Officer is back to full health. The only issue now is Embalmer. 83% Cypher Machine, the one decoding at S-Paddock currently. Embalmer would be the one in danger. However, he could self-heal. No, that's not Embalmer, that's Hui. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I saw someone on... No, that's Embalmer 96%. Where is he? Oh, he's at Shrine. Oh, he was near where the anti-current was chaired. Okay, then if that's the case, tie game should be around 50% right now. Because unless WBG Survivor does a really bad job here, that's a nice snap. We're going to try map control here just for a little bit longer, but Hui cannot come back towards the Cypher Machine to decode anymore, which is why we're currently opening a new one. It's not overall such a bad idea, but Persica, I feel like Persica needs to leave that last 99% Cypher Machine up at balcony. Oh no, we're popping it. Okay, that's fine too. The reason why I'm saying you should leave the last one 99% is just because, just to give Joyu a little bit of a false sense of hope. But I guess since the last 3 Cypher Machines excuse me, are so far away anyways, it wouldn't really matter too much. But the last cipher here is almost done. The last cipher here is definitely almost done. We got a flywheel out there, which is... Oh no, the Thanos stop got cancelled. The Thanos stomp got cancelled. Wow, I mean, WBG is really standing up for themselves, especially after last time. Because whenever I see this potting spin, I could not see the snap, but apparently they managed to see it, so that's... I guess it's just a different perspective. But they're doing really well. They are doing really well. That's the case. Persica trying to rush the Cypher Machine here once again as our female dancer. However, Hui does not really have much left here to contain Wish anymore. Cypher Machine currently at 87, 88, 89, 90%. All what it takes is around 7 more seconds to actually pop open the Cypher Machine after what? After Peepers has been deployed. Embalmer is also opening a completely new Cypher Machine here. Persica is still trying to contain for as long as she can. Preferably speaking, if she doesn't get hit, it would be for the best. But this is also a really long path to play around as well, so overall it's not too bad. We're going to change straight towards wheel form here once again. And I feel like for Hui, as long as you get to... no, survivors probably do realize now there is no... what is there not of? There is no detention on the side of our breaking wheel. And of course, from the side of survivors too, you do... get rid of your spike. You can put up your spikes faster as when like more than one survivor has been eliminated. So Persica around 50% spike removal right now. We are still on the wage game here, but it's overall not too bad. Persica can slowly pull out while we're standing in towards this area, but that's gonna be a snap there immediately. Sadly, could not cancel it. But overall the gate is already open. Oh, I didn't even see. This is the issue with me not having the sound effect in the background. Lol. But with that in mind, we're going to be able to get something maybe. Okay, first officer, slow vault over. That's no problem. That's going to be normal hit them. But Embalmer will be able to escape from this area. If we can get a... we cannot. I don't think we can. Wait, can we get Persica on towards the coffin? It seems like we want to try and go for it, but whether if it's possible or not, it's a whole different story. For now, Persica is still trying to rotate around this area. We're going to be able to get a spike on towards her, and she will go down here immediately as Embalmer is directly on the other side. Embalmer is probably trying to wait until First Officer can get up, which is also understandable too. However, for Embalmer, you do have flywheel, so you can be a little bit risky by standing a little bit further out. We're gonna change, and that's gonna be flywheel out. Okay, but that's a one-man escape on the side of WBG. Is it the best? No. It's really not the best, especially up against Apollyon 2, getting 3-man eliminated. But for now, it is still as good as getting a 4-man elimination. So 1-man escape is honestly not too bad. But let's congratulate WBG here for winning up against Free for game 1. Let's move on straight towards game 2. Well then, for game 2, we're gonna try go a little bit harder on this side. We're gonna give Guo Ke, the professor here. Professor counters Goman really well. Juan counters Goman really well. Hui counters Goman really well. Persica...
直接翻窗。
来看一下最近。
Moving on then, what are we going to be able to see? Zhou Yu here on the Goatman. First chase seems like it's going to be Hui here, who is playing Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper overall isn't too bad. You're able to tank 4 hits just like Puppeteer. And you do move pretty fast around the clock as well. So as long as you're near a pallet, overall it shouldn't be too bad. However, right around now, that's going to be the first pallet broken there by Zhou Yu. Trumpet detention alongside with max pallet breaking. We're going to be able to move on straight towards the side here. And Hui is basically playing Ring Around Rosie here for just a tad bit of time. We're able to break the cage here successfully and thankfully. But Gravekeeper, at least that's going to be resentment number 1 gone as we're rotating now towards beach, but there's no survivors nearby. Juan on the other side. We are playing Puppeteer, but we're hiding as Puppeteer. We're going to slow vault over, but it seems like that's going to be Peeper's drop down, being able to find where Puppeteer is. Can we get a... use it! Okay, there we go. Ay. Puppeteer 8 seconds should be more than enough. My Puppeteer 8 seconds should be more than enough, but that's gonna... Okay, that's good. Just about on time there as well for the normal hit. That's fine. We have another resentment for 2 more cages. Puppeteer should be able to contain for quite a bit of time here. We are gonna use a little Lewis, and now it's time to break the cages. It's time to break the cages, and preferably speaking, if you can vault over that pallet, it will be for the best as well. But just reuse it. You can just reuse it. It doesn't really matter there too much. Juan decided to cancel the break, it seems. He probably wanted to cancel, realizing he got hit, and then wanted to go towards the next pallet. But if he did actually manage to go towards the next pallet, he could have forced another cage out. But I mean, it is still 2.5 Cypher Machine stun. Overall, it's not too bad. Gravekeeper, however, is not on the move. That's one thing that I genuinely speaking dislike about Rescuers not moving on early. But it seems like Professor would be the first guy coming in for the rescue here. It's going to be a... you could say it's a backdoor rescue. Oh, nice body block. Nice shell shock there, but Juan didn't really pick up that mini shell shock for himself as well, so that will be quite a bit of a harder game here to play around now. Yes, we can survive until the cage disappears, but I mean, it is still a successful rebound kite. He will go down here, but I feel like Juan would have been able to survive for a little bit longer if he actually picked up that scale. That mini skills do save lives. Mini skills do save lives. Whatever you can get, you should always use. Goku here once again. That was a brilliant rescue from him. We're gonna be able to see Hui here with the backdoor rescue as Goku. Peeper's being dropped down. That's also fair enough. That's a double Peeper's being dropped down. Oh, and that's a very nice pallet stun. This is another no damage rescue from the side of WBG. This is a very, very, very good game here. Well, he leaped back, he goat stepped back, but he didn't drop down a cage, which is pretty funny to me. Juan on the other side, he should be able to survive after what? He should be able to survive after the tension is over, and he did manage to do so too. We're gonna be able to move on straight towards the other side here. Little boy, okay, there we go, not little boy, little Lewis. Little Lewis was activated just on time too, and we do not have enough resentment left on our hands to use here as well. Persigat needs to go look for a new Cypher Machine to decode, as our Gravekeeper and Professor are now decoding together. One will go down here too. Persigat not on the new Cypher Machine just yet, but that Cypher Machine is going up pretty fast because of accelerated decoding too. However, can you really rush that Cypher Machine or not? Yes, you can. This should be... Oh, well, we can't... Well, no, we cannot pop here. Realistically speaking, you cannot pop here. Realistically speaking, you cannot pop here. But also, what's the bad news about... Look, what we should do now is... Hui leaves, and then allows the Professor to pop, because Professor can at least use Shell Shock to body block for himself. Right? So Hui has to leave here. Hui has animation. Professor doesn't have animation. You cannot have Gravekeeper priming. You cannot have Gravekeeper priming that Cypher Machine. It does not work. Okay, that's a hit, that's a rescue, but it really does not work. Gravekeeper, we're in straight towards shovel here immediately, but that's only half a shovel. Why are we only using half a shovel? Why are we only... What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on. Eee, nice mini shell shock. Nice mini shell shock. Hold on, can we break it? Can we break it? We didn't break it on time. Hold on, but we should be able to get out here. Tie game. It's a teleport. Guoka, force the gate open. What are you doing? Force the gate open, mate. He could... You can force the... Oh my god, you can force the gate open. You can force the gate open. You're a professor. You're a professor. You've shell shock ready. You've 2 8-second shell shocks. You've a flywheel. What are you worried about? Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. This somehow ended as a 3-man escape. No, 3-man elimination, excuse me. But with this, let's congratulate Free for the 3-man elimination. And we'll directly move on towards second half. Ooh, second half we're bringing out now H's mechanic. Mech does work really well against Goman as well, especially with a Cypher Rush. But for now, it's going to be Trauma Detention alongside with Peepers here on the side of Alex. We're going to go up against a Knight, First Officer, Enchantress, and Mechanic here on Game 2, second half on Lakeside Village. Okay, let's see here. Alex is going to go straight towards the mechanic, in which the doll has already been deployed down and on the move here as well. But Mech's positioning early game was really good too, as she manages to go towards the side plank here and basically be able to get out of the area. But that's going to be cage number 1 they're used for the doll. That is one of the unfortunate parts too, but at least we now know where Mech is, and Mech's decoding potential has been reduced significantly, right? So with that, let's just say, now the good news is, at least if we chase after Mech, overall it shouldn't be too bad. That's a 15 meter radius cage there as we're oh, we didn't really, Alex, that's a very bad early start. That is a very bad early start, but we're able to find Mech nearby here immediately as we're still trying to play around the area for a little bit longer. That's finally Mech there, hit immediately, but 60 seconds until first hit. Can we get a second one? Oh, well, we got to chip it, which is fine as well. But now Mech has to be very, very, very careful. We are 40 resentment stacks here immediately as well. I'm going to be able to go through straight towards the other side, but Mech still trying to... Oh, hold on. This is fine. Mech is down. Okay, overall not too bad. 80-second containment from Mech. Half a doll outside, ready to rescue. And the doll is right in front of us too. So that's Mech's full potential gone. At least on somewhat of good news. We should be able to chair Mech here. You could let that doll go. You really could let that doll go. You know what? You can break the pallet too. If it was me, I would really let the doll go. Can we let the doll go? We need to let the doll go. We really need to let the doll go. Forcing First Officer here to rescue is also fine as well. Mech now is not decoding with the doll. No, we have to force First Officer to rescue for like a numerous number of reasons. Mech cannot relocate her doll towards a new cipher, and then you force First Officer to... You force the game to continue without any stalls. Right now, a tie game is around 26.1. Oh, we missed it again. Oh no. Hold on, can we find Mech nearby? We can, and Mech does go down. However, can we get a tie game? Definitely yes, but we need to return a 3-man elimination game. If Alex wants to continue his chase further, he needs to go teleport. But who can he teleport towards to? Can't teleport towards a Knight, that's definitely not possible. Can he teleport towards an Enchantress? No, definitely not as well. Wayua will be on his way towards the rescue here once again, as I think Mech is actually decoding with the doll. But at least we can contain or confine Wayua in one single area, which overall isn't too bad. And that is actually a hit on towards our survivor too. Now it's just really a one cage. Oh, no, hey, Alex, you're meant to block him. You're not meant to. Oh no. Hold on, we're playing around. That's going to be cage number 1. That's going to be hit down on towards First Officer. That's overall not too bad. Cage number 2. You got to go cage number 2 here. Yeah, you got to go cage number 2. Nice flywheel, but she still goes down anyways. Nice flywheel though. One Cypher machine left. Chair First Officer first. You cannot chair Mech first. I guess you can if you want to. I would chair First Officer first just to continue the game. Because you have to do it no matter what. You need to force him to come into rescue. But it seems like right now First Officer Cypher Machine is actually almost done too, as we teleport over straight towards Silwave. It will be a normal hit on towards our Knight, but that's kind of what Knight wanted to. So I mean, I mean, it's overall not too bad. We did get a mini 8-second speed boost there for ourselves, but we need to wait until that 8 seconds over, in which actually is. So now for Nice, just one more hit remaining on our hands to use, and we'll just go down immediately. For Alex, you do have quite a bit of cages remaining, but your biggest issue really would be that Nice. But he does go down, which is thank goodness me. Last Cypher machine there currently at 71%. Enchantress could potentially want to pop it open. However, for Alex right now, Charing comes prior. Why did we drop? Why did we drop the one? I couldn't. I mean, if Alex chaired near the Cypher machine, it's a win game. If Alex actually managed to churn near the Cypher machine, it's actually a win game. But I don't think we should have dropped there because Ench gets her stacks really slow. Now what we need to look for is a very good end game. A very, very, very good end game. We need enough stacks, but first officer does not go down here just as we managed to get a pad there very nicely done by YUY. But even for YUY here, let's just say that's a chip hit, which is fine. Red here, trying to pop open that Cypher machine. She does have enough, like Ench does have enough stacks to pop that open. Can I able to get anything there? Just say that's a nice flywheel there used by the Enchanters. We're almost free, but that single curse stack will be able to at least pull us away somewhere far enough. But Ench is a really nice candidate to use up against Hula Blue and up against Goldman too. So we probably will be able to see him a little bit more, or see her, not him, sorry, a little bit more. But that's gonna be a normal hit cancel there. I guess that's the reason why we say Ench is not good. Lol. Okay, there we go. That's going to be another stun, but that will be a terror shock down. Now then, now the good news is all survivors are one hit down. We do have teleport ready, and we're going to have enough resentment for endgame too. Oh, okay. YUY got a needle. Okay, YUY got a needle. I don't think we'll be teleporting out here anytime soon, but with that needle, if Alex can find where YUY is, that will be huge. But he should be able to heal up here on time as well. Alex not willing to really go out here just yet. We have 120 stacks left to use. We just want to see where the Tinnitus is going to come from. We realize that YUY has had a needle, so he hasn't come into rescue at all because we don't have Tinnitus nearby. But where could the nearest needles be? Or if you're healing near survivor, you're currently at the bottom corner of the map. So overall, I'd say it's not too bad. Ench is now after half. Ench is now 100% after half. Alex has such a great chance here in 4-man eliminationing, in which, okay, we see where YUY is currently. We're gonna deploy, drop one down, drop the second one down. That's gonna be a normal hit as we're now breaking it. And I don't think you can chase after Ench here. We should be able to pop open. Okay, should be able to pop open here. Everyone oh no, Ench doesn't have borrow time. I just realized. Ooh la la. But even for, okay, so that's the wand used. There's no one at the exit gate just yet. So Alex, can we block? Alex, we need to try block one of the routes. Alex, you have to block one of the routes. Alex, you have to block one of the routes here no matter what. Ooh, we're kind of stuck in the same area here together. But it's okay. First officer goes down. That's fine. We teleportation ready to go. First officer should be eliminated on the show. No, we teleport over first. Okay, okay. Not a bad plan. No, we didn't get the hit. Oh, okay, finally. Okay. That should be a guaranteed 3-man elimination here. We chair. Oh no, that's a doll nearby. That's not nearby. That's okay. Okay, so all we have to do here is to chair the knight and then go back to look for YUY. That's all I have to do, and that's a 3-man elimination game, and that's 100% a 3-man elimination game. Right, hold on. YUY got up. Is Ench going over to open the gate right now? I think Ench is. I do think Ench is. We're able to go straight towards the other side right now. We don't hire Tinnitus just yet, so we have to run straight towards the other side. But Ench is coming back to rescue Knight. I think Ench can make it on time as well. If you look at the bottom left hand side of our screen, we're currently on first officer here. And he said, okay, fair enough. So there's first officer here once again. We're going to be able to move through together. And that is first officer going down. 46 seconds until our teleport is ready, but that backdoor rescue from Ench has saved the game. It ended up as a tie game here, ultimately speaking, but that would be more than enough for Free being to take over the second game is not bad, but points wise WBG is still ahead. Okay, towards game 3, first off we go Alex coming in with Walkstar this here, Traumatization alongside with Blink. We're going to go up against an Acrobat Prospector Professor here. Okay, Alex, overall, between Free and WBG right now, if Alex can guarantee that tie game this game, it shouldn't be too bad for WBG to get a tie game, right? Since it's game 3, right? But for now, Red is now on the run. Trump got attention alongside with Max Pala breaking here, and Rage will be able to help us out quite a bit as well. It will be Professor here first chase. Professor does counter Wax Artist, but that also depends on the Professor too, right? So with all that in mind, can we get the first Wax on towards the Professor just on time here? Almost 80 stacks isn't too bad, but 100 stacks, we have to be very careful on how we do it. Ooh, Alex, very nice sidestep. Well, not sidestep, very nice bait there, because we did move left and right during that single Wax push as well. So it's overall good. It's overall really good now for the side of our Hunter. Should be around a 60-second containment since there's really nothing much we can do. That is a very fast down on the side of Wax Artist. Now with that in mind, Cypher Machines is barely 1.5 done. So basically speaking, it's not enough. Mercenaries now crouching nearby wanting to come in for the rescue. 4-man elimination rate at 25, meanwhile tie game at 26. It's also understandable to a certain degree because this is a Wax Artist with Blink and not with Warp. However, if we're able to find YUY here immediately, and then that's game changing, absolutely game changing. But we're barely gonna miss him here, as now 2 Cypher Machines are finished. Well, we've already completed 2 Cypher Machines, excuse me, my English, and YUY, we're still trying to crouch here for as long as we can. But I think for Alex, a tie game is really all what he needs in this game after that 4-man elimination during game 1. We're going to lock the Cypher Machine here once again so that Acrobat cannot decode the Cypher Machine. That's going to be more time wasted on the side of our survivors right now. So Alex, 29%. 4-man elimination rate right now. We don't have Insolence, so we don't have a double hit potential, so survivors can pull a lot of distance away. But even with all that in mind, YUY, do we see him now? Yes, we do see him. He's going to come in. We're going to be able to get a normal hit and normal rescue, and that's going to be Professor out on the run here once again. But that's okay for Alex. We can just change towards Teleport or Warp if we really need to do so. Warp will be the best case scenario. Warp usually would be the best case scenario. Oh, but nicely done there by Red. Red cancelled the 100 stacks. But is he able to contain more than 20-second tie turner time? No, not really. And he downed nearby as well. So with that in mind, Cypher Machine last 3 ciphers around 45% on average. And 1 teleportation, I think we should be able to take it home here. Acrobat, on the other hand, might be a little bit of a harder chase. But we're just going to run around and wait around and see before we actually get a teleportation out. We're going to lock the Cypher Machine in the middle of first, so YUY cannot decode as the Mercenary, as now we probably do know that Acrobat is within this vicinity. But Alex, we do not see the footprints here just yet. Now we do, and that's going to be Acrobat so far out of this area. Okay then, with that in mind, Acro is able to see where the Wax Artist is. We are still trying to play around here for a tiny bit longer. I think for this Acrobat right now, yes, that slow debuff is going to cost us quite a lot, but YUY cannot decode. He cannot decode. That Cypher Machine will be permanently locked for quite a long time here too. Acrobat, on the other hand, just depends on how he contains here, because if he contains well, all is good. If he doesn't contain well, it's just going to be a long day for the side of the survivors. But a tie game is all what Alex needs. We're just going to wait around here. Okay, that's going to be a fireball there used. Flywheel early. Ooh, but it's okay. It's okay. Waxer, this will really land the hit there. We need one more. There we go. There we go. And then we hit. Now we hit for Alex. Okay, that's not too bad. We are now max presence. We do not have 100 stacks there just yet, and Acrobat's pulling a lot of distance away. I think those wax, yeah, those wax should be dying down right around now. We could teleport out towards a newer Cypher Machine right now just to try map control a little bit more. That should be the way to go. That usually would be the way to go, especially if you want to try map control as well mid to end game. But that will be a fireball drop down, not fireball, hot wax drop down. And let's see here, who's going to be the one that comes in to rescue? Prospector is a potential, but it seems like it's going to be YUY here instead, who is playing the Mercenary. Mercury trying to come in once again. The big question is, can Alex get more than a tie? I think that's the huge question in mind, but it seems like for now that wouldn't be the case here anymore. At least the good news is Acrobat does have borrowed time, your Prospector doesn't. YUY on his way in. That's gonna be a normal hit, normal rescue. That's fine. One elbow pad left on the hands of our who. Ooh, okay, we're gonna pop him in here pretty early on too. But that Acrobat taking that borrowed time speed boost, it did help him out towards that window. But everything after that, it's kind of just Numigusta on the side of that. No one on the exit gates here just yet. YUI trying to force open that gate. But that's a mercenary still that could be going down instantly. And it's a box that we're talking about. So one blob box. One blob box is all what it takes. One blob box. One blob box. Oh, the gate is open. Okay, the gate is open. Running back here, we see Prospector. Ooh, Prospector. I don't think we should be showing ourselves there. And that's a blink down. Hold on. We're going to come in for the back to rescue. That's no problem, but I don't think that matters there too much. There is a flywheel left on the hands of our acrobat to use, but I mean, it's just not going to be enough. I don't think Prospector should have came in. I genuinely don't think Prospector should have came in. That's a very precise blink down the side of Alex too. But now and YUI will be stuck here in prison for a while, it seems. Okay, then we one flywheel to use. That's still a Prospector going down there, however. Elbow pad, we have to get out. At least one needs to get out. No matter what happens here, at least one needs to get out. And it seems like from free sight, it's not good endgame. It's really not good endgame. But let's congratulate and move on. It will be second half of game 3 if Brave Man basically has to get a 4-man elimination to win up against WBG. There's no such thing as extra round scenario here anymore. Okay, Brave Man, where are we going to go here first? We're going to go look towards Juan. I mean, look, you would like to chase after Weeping Clown if you're playing Gamekeeper, but I mean, he's already putting so much distance away here as well. That's already number 1 rocket use, just so Juan can just be away from the eyesights here of our Gravekeeper. But Hui, as the mercenary, there's a mercenary and a Weeping Clown on the team. It's a very slow decoding comp. Alongside with Go cuz 5% decoding debuff too. But it seems like we're going to chase after the Fire Investigator here instead. It's not a bad idea because you can hook towards that airbag, but you're just basically constantly playing against distance pulling characters, which is not what a Gamekeeper really wants to do early game. Like mid to late game, yes, understandable. You can use your hooks as many times as you want, but like early game, it's just not for you. It's really just not for you. Preferably speaking here with Brave Man, if you can drop down some form of, traps in this area, you can at least lock Goku here for quite a bit of time. But Goku also has to be very careful too in where he places that airbag. You cannot really place it in between if you saw on the bottom, if you go back 10 seconds and saw on the bottom left, Goku got pushed back by his own airbag instead of getting the bounce out. But it seems like that's gonna be normal hit, normal rescue. Not normal hit, normal rescue, normal hit, normal damage taken from the blink. And Goku, where are we gonna go now? Where are we gonna go now? We're stuck in between one pallet right now. We dodged it. Huh? Brave man. I know you are I know you are great. You're a great undead man. But no, you can't let him dodge dash. That shouldn't be dodgeable, especially after that fail flywheel too. But it seems like for our Fire Investigator right now, it's such a great palette here for him to play around in. There's nothing Brave Man can do. Okay, there is something he can do right now, and that's gonna be normal hit down. It's really better for Goku to not vault over, because you still have the attack animation recovery a few seconds just to decode a little bit longer. For now, it's cumulatively 3 Cypher Machines and a little bit done. Well, I would say 3.5 Cypher Machines, but let's just say 3 Cypher Machines done currently. Weeping Clown does have the wanted order status on him right now, so I mean, I guess it's gonna be Mercenary coming to rescue anyways. For Merc right now, look, unless you get a Terror Shock here, I don't think anything would go astray. So, oh, never mind. So back to rescue on Persica's side. Okay, that's good. That's good. So back to rescue for Persica. Persica wanting to body block here for as long as she wants. That's a flywheel used to get rid of the trap there by Persica. Very nicely done. And now, as long as Persica just continues to body block right here for Goku, that's all what we need to do. That's still Persica trying to body block here for as long as she can. What's really funny is Persica has been taking matters into her own hands right now, because the last few games were not the best when she's not first chase, but for our Perfumer here as well. Just trying to body block for our Fire Investigator here as much as we can. We even took a normal hit there for the Fire Investigator. And now for Fire Investigator. What are we going to do? We're going to try to play around the paddock here for a little bit longer. Preferably speaking, if you can get back towards your airback, that will be for the best. But Goka is now hiding. He is now hiding. It seems like we are not going to be able to find where Goka is. Brave man. Damn, we actually hit away. And now Persicat will become the next chase here. Half health as a Perfumer is a little bit harder to get to play around. But how long can Persicat really preserve here herself? That's still very hard to play around. We're going to try loop around this small pot of plants, in which it does work really well against Gamekeeper. You want to loop Gamekeeper if you want to kite him. Right, so during this time, Persicat, we're going to be able to get a vault over there. That's a knee-jerk reflex, not a knee-jerk reflex. 2 seconds left on the pallet, knee-jerk reflex ready to be able to get out. That's going to be Perfumer going back there, and it will be a turret shock down. It will be a turret shock down. Nothing much you can do, but enough till the point that 5 Cypher Machines are done. So, what does that indicate? That basically indicates that Fire Investigator, someone has to go rescue. Well, someone has to go rescue. We're going to deploy 1 trap down. There's no one hiding behind us. We're going to drop... I don't think 1 trap is going to be able to do much. Fire Investigator is running for the rescue here. They need to save when it's critical. No matter what happens, they do need to save when it's critical. But I think Weeping Clown can go in now since Fire Investigator is now the next chase. Okay, we got it. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. For Perfumer, yes, it will be an after half rescue. But look, there's only so much you can do. We need a tie game here no matter what. If we want to, we can even pop here. Okay, they actually popped. You know what? Fair. Wanted order is now on Hui as Juan, as our Weeping Clown now is going over to open the exit gate. Meanwhile, Persicat wants to give tonight is here for the Hunter. Still have to be fairly careful though. As we're going to double back here to go back towards Brave Man, as Hui is going to be able to get that no damage rescue there, thankfully. But can we get this hook shot, or will that Flywheel prevail? Who will prevail first? It's Goka. No hit, they just said that's okay. That's going to be a hook, but no Flywheel. No Flywheel. But the gate is open, so it's a guaranteed 3-man escape. And let's congratulate WBG for winning the losers brackets right now for Group A. And I think they're going to go up against FPX ZQ tomorrow, so we look forward to that as well.